Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Asif Qureshi and you are watching Dr. Asif Lectures. Imagine yourself standing in a clinical ward where your senior orders you to prick a patient and asks you to send CBC or UC or any other routine blood chemistry test. And you are wondering that which is the right tube to use. So if you are a medical student or a doctor or a nursing staff or a phlebotomist, whether in a hospital or in a diagnostic laboratory, this is the video for you. इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे डिफरेंट फ्लेबोटमी ट्यूब्स के बारे में, उनमें कौन कौन से एडिटिव्स यूज होते हैं और उन ट्यूब्स का कॉमन यूज क्या है. So let's begin the tutorial. So the first tube that we are going to discuss is the blue top tube. This is also called coagulation tube. And the additive used in this tube is sodium citrate. The function of sodium citrate is to bind with calcium and prevent clotting. So, this tube is commonly used for coagulation studies, including bleeding time, prothrombin time, APTT, D-dimer assays, INR, anti-factor 10A, and fibrinogen levels. Now, this is very important to understand that इस tube में there is a mark. And you have to fill blood up till that mark. उसका reason ये है कि the sodium citrate is used in the tube in a fixed quantity and that quantity neutralizes with only that amount of blood जो आप उस mark तक लेते हैं. तो अगर आप उस mark से ज़्यादा blood ले लेंगे तो clotting prevent नहीं होगी ठीक तरीके से, या उससे कम blood ले लेंगे तो भी it's not fine. So you have to fill the blood in the tube up to that particular mark. The next tube that we are going to discuss is the red top tube. Usually, there is no additive in this tube. However, sometimes there is also added silica clot activator. So, in this tube, clot is produced and serum is separated by the process of centrifugation. This tube is one of the commonly used tubes and they are used for blood cross matching, routine chemistry, immunology and serology, many of the molecular assays, hepatitis B virus, C virus studies, and to investigate the levels of various drugs. The next tube that we are going to discuss about is the gold top. This tube is also called serum separator tube. Now you need to remember that there is gel in this tube as an additive, and this gel is there for the purpose of serum separation. There is also silica added in this tube, and the purpose of silica is clot activation. This tube is very commonly used in routine chemistry, urea, creatinine, and electrolytes, so one of the very commonly used tube in world. Immunology studies, particularly antigen antibody studies, tumor biomarkers, and LFTs. Another tube that we are going to discuss today is the green top, which is also called the plasma separating tube, and the additive in this tube is lithium heparin, which is an anticoagulant. So this tube is an anticoagulant tube, and this is also used for routine chemistry, cardiac markers, uric acid levels, total protein levels, and you also note that this is used for ammonia levels, ionized calcium levels, and potassium levels. And you see that on particularly ammonia, ionized calcium, and potassium, I've added ice because these samples need to be transported to the laboratory in ice. Now, another very commonly used tube is the lavender top or the purple top tube, and the additive in the tube is EDTA, which is an anticoagulant, and another important property of EDTA is that it preserves cell morphology. One more important point which I would emphasize at this moment is that EDTA has high quantity of potassium. Please park this in your heads, and we will discuss this in the next video where we talk about order of blood draw. This is extremely important to remember that EDTA tube have high levels of potassium. These tubes are commonly used for CBC, reticulocyte count, investigating blood films and malignant parasite, hemoglobin A1C levels, and investigating ESR. Another tube is the gray top tube, and the additive in the gray top tube is sodium fluoride, which is an anti-glycolytic agent, and potassium oxalate, which is an anticoagulant. And most important use of this tube is to measure the levels of glucose and also lactate. So these were the commonly used tubes, guys. I hope you like this video, and thank you very much for your attention. I would request you to please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon